welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to yet another video. If this is your first time seeing this pretty face, my name is Francisca, France for short, and yes, welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to your family, friends, your loved ones, whoever, your classmates that might be in need of this video. Okay, now let's get into the video. From the thumbnail, you guys already know what this video is going to be all about. This is just me here going to be sharing my some study tips that have actually been helping me since my 100 level down to this point. I'm so sorry about the background noises. I'm in my lodge and I have crazy neighbors. I have neighbors actually, and I cannot go and tell anybody stop making noise. They actually pay the same rent that I pay. So yeah, so please bear with me and let's just focus on this video. Before I get into the first one, first of all, permits me to say a little bit congratulations to all the ESUTites. You guys did your matriculation today, and yeah, you guys are finally a member or a student of Enugu State University of Science and Technology. Welcome to ESUT. Congratulations. Suppose dance for una, but when I not come make I come chop price, so no dance for you people, no dance. So with that being said, let's get into the first tip. The first one is creating a study plan. I actually have a book here that I write down the number of slides for each course. For this semester, I think I'm offering like 7 courses. Yes, I'm offering like 6 courses. Then there's the 7th one is from a course we're supposed to offer in 300 level, but we're not offering it now because there was no lecturer in 300 level to teach us then. So we're offering it now. So like I have a total of 7 courses. I wrote down those 7 courses, and I wrote down for each course, I wrote down like this is amount of slides that I'm going to read, like amount of, I don't know whether I get what I'm saying. For like hematology, we have 3 lecturers for hematology. We have I don't want to make mention of their name, but like let's say we have Ogechi, we have Andrew, and we have Jacob. I'm just using random names. Ogechi gave us 1 slide, Jacob gave us 2 slides, and then the third person gave us her handout, which has more than 34 pages, something like that. So I just wrote down everything for each. For hematology, I already know that I'm going to study 4 good slides. For this course, I'm going to study this, I'm going to study that. Make sure that you find out all the slides that are needed for that particular course, because if you don't actually go around searching for slides, you might end up seeing a brand new slide 2 days to exam, or you might even see it on that day of exam. So try as much as possible to ask your friends, ask your classmates. There are some people in that your class that already has all the slides that they need for that semester, but they will not send it to the group chat. That is how evil they can be. Try as much as possible to ask people for different slides, and if you get slides, do well to share with your friends as well, because we're not doing first position in university. It's just A, B, pass, yeah, move to the next level. Like, I don't know exactly what I'm saying. So try as much as possible to share with your friends, your classmates as well. Once you get those slides, just get those slides and then plan yourself. This is the number of slides you're going to read for this semester, for this particular course, and then try as much as possible to know how you can divide. Like, for example, now when it comes to hematology, I already told you guys that we have 4 slides. Sorry that I'm speaking fast. I'm trying not to make this video to be too long. I already told you guys that in my hematology there are 4 slides. When it comes to the first slide that the first woman gave to us, I think it's like 100 pages or 70 something pages. Then when it comes to that 70 something pages, you divide it on, you create a timetable, divide it. Okay, you're going to read from this to this, from page 1 to 10 on this day, from page, I don't know exactly what I'm saying. Try as much as possible to create a realistic study plan. Don't go and say, okay, I'm going to finish a whole slide. You and I know that you're not going to finish that 73 pages in a day. So don't create plans that are not actually realistic. Don't create plans that you know that you cannot do. Take it easy. Take it easy. You can say, okay, from I'm going to read page 1 to 10 on Monday, and probably on Friday I'm going to read from 11 to 20. That is when something is actually being realistic. Like, you're actually creating something that you know that you're creating a goal that you know that you're actually going to achieve, or a plan you're actually going to work with, something like that. The next tip is set specific goals. Okay, fine. I think I actually just said this next study tip. I think I just made mention of it inside the first one. Once you've already created a study plan, you already noted the how many slides a particular course has. It's now time for you to actually create a timetable to now know, okay, every Mondays I'm going to be studying hematology, every Tuesdays I'm going to be studying histopath, every Wednesday I'm going to be studying da 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 da, every this I'm going to be studying this, and I'm going to be studying it. If for hematology I'm going to study it for 2 hours, I'm going to study it for 4 hours, I'm going to study for, make something that is actually specific. Give your time, give yourself a what will I call it, set a goal that you can actually achieve. Don't go and set goals that that even if they force you to achieve it, you cannot still achieve it. Then the third tip is use a planner or a calendar. If you look straight at the wall of my room, you see that there's this yellow short paper. That is actually my calendar. For each day, I've already told myself I'm going to be reading for 4 hours each day. Any day that I achieve that, I'm going to tick it. It actually helps me to, like, okay, if I come and be like, I've not read this day, oh Jesus Christ, like, I don't know for you, but it actually works for me, and that's why I'm sharing this tip. Any day I come to this calendar and be like, oh Jesus, so 18th I did not read, 18th I did not tick this, I did not cancel the date 18th of February, I not cancel the date 14th of February, I'll be like, that means I did not read, oh. And if I don't read, oh Jesus Christ, I'll start rushing myself a week to exam to cover everything. No, 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 no. I'll start beginning to ginger myself. At that, I might be like, okay, if I don't read, if I, like, for example, yesterday I did not read yesterday, so today I was like, okay, I have 8 hours to complete, and I have to complete it, I have to do it, because if I don't do it, I know, like, I know myself, 1 week to exam, if I read 1 week to exam, I'm going to fail. Like, I have tried. That's what actually made me, like, to have a little issue in my 200 level. I was always reading a week to exam, I was always reading a week to exam. This time around I told myself I'm going to start on time to start reading. So please make use of a planner or a calendar and always start on time to read. Then the next thing is attend classes regularly. To be honest, I do not like going to class. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to come and look like as if I am all good, I am all senti, I go to school, I don't waste my parents' money, I don't do that. Please, I don't say I waste my parents' money, shall. But, like, I'm not trying to say like I always go to class, but I've started noticing the advantages of actually attending class. Let me use for example. We had a lecture yesterday, microbiology, and I attended this class. And let me be honest with you, I have not read this man's slide. But if you ask me, what the man taught us was monitoring body fluids, monitoring antibodies in body fluids, and also he taught us about phage typing. If you ask me what are phages, I'll be able to define it because I was listening in this man's class. Like, just paying attention, the man can actually teach. There are some lecturers that God needs to bless times soon. Like, the man can literally actually because of the class, because I paid attention in this man's class, I am able to, like, okay, define phages. Phages are viruses that infect bacteria. What are the method of identifying phages in bacteria? Spotting method. When it comes to monitoring antibiotics in body fluid, what are the methods? We have the diffusion assay method, we have the dilution. Like, I can literally explain those topics to you because I attended the class and I paid attention to this man when he was teaching. Like, this is the advantage of you attending class. Normally I'm only going to class for my attendance, because basically there's some lecturers that don't know how to teach. They just lecture. I know that, of course, this is university, you don't expect them to come and start teaching you blah 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 blah, but, like, there are some classes, just attend your classes because obviously it's going to help you. I'm not going to come here and lie to you or start making you go for class because I'm trying to make my school have a good name or whatever. Go attend your classes, it's actually going to help you. Yesterday, day before yesterday, my 400 level, I started seeing the advantages of attending class, because anytime, like, okay, there's this woman's class I attended, Mrs. Odo, our histopath lecturer. She taught us embalming. Until now I can still remember what she said, the different types of embalming and everything. I can still remember, even the definition of embalming, I can still remember some of the things that she said. So please, and just imagine you being in exam hall. Let's say that you were not able to see the slide for that particular topic. You went to the exam hall, you listened to this woman when she was teaching, you moved to the exam hall and they asked you question. There is no how that you will not remember, okay, when she was talking, she carried somebody's hand, she did as if she was I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. Like the actions, the things that she said in the class will begin to come into your head because you paid attention in that class. So please attend your classes regularly. Then the next tip is review your notes. If my dad was here, he would always say, what is this? I don't know. I forgot how they say it in Igbo. I forgotten even how he always used to say it. He would say, once you leave something, that thing will actually leave you, and that's the honest truth. Once you leave something, when I went back home for Christmas, I was always reading my microbiology notes, and after I came back to school, I just stopped for like 1 week. When I opened that note, it was as if I was new to, like, this was, I've never heard about this topic before. Once you leave something, it will leave you. Once you stop, you close your book today, I say you're not reading this book again, it's still 1 week to your exam that you read the book. That 1 week to exam, you open that book and it's as if, am I the one that even wrote this note? Am I the one? Like, always review your notes. Like, if you come back from class after they finish teaching you, and I know you might be stressed or whatever, just take a nap. I don't used to play with my sleep. So take a nap, and then at night just go through what that lecturer taught. You will find out that you will not even know. In exam they'll be like, just like, you find out that the thing is, it just I don't know the word. Why am I actually forgetting what to say? You find out that particular topic is now in your head, that stick to your brain, that stick to your score. Always review your notes regularly. And the next thing is participate in discussions. Okay, the reason why I can still remember what we did in posting, my clinical posting in 300 level, is because sometimes I'll just ask my classmates, this thing that happened when we're doing urine MCS, do you have to use this for this? Do you have to do that for that? Urine analysis, when you use the COVID-9 test strip, what will happen? Like, we actually just talk about it like randomly. Participating in discussion will actually help you to remember things. In example, you can remember that you were talking to Chisom, and then suddenly Chisom told you this, and that thing that Chisom told you might actually be the answer to that exam question. Discussing with your friends on a particular topic can actually help. I'm not talking about like I'm not saying you must have a group, a reading group or whatever, but like randomly talking about things, randomly talking about topics in your department, randomly asking questions can actually help you. Next thing is getting enough sleep. It's so funny how some people would think that when they read, like, I'm not a fan of, I know some people are actually fans of that, but I'm not a fan of till daybreak, reading till daybreak, TDB. I'm not a fan of that at all. Like, I tried it, it did not work for me, because imagine after reading from night till 6 a.m. the next day, no sleep, no rest. If I enter the exam hall, oga, I go sleep. I tried it once and I told myself I will never ever do this again. So I don't know if getting enough sleep, if TDB actually works for you, then fine. If you are like me, that it doesn't work for, please don't go and do pass yourself. Please do not go and do pass yourself. Focus on yourself. Do what yourself can do. Don't go and do because of your classmates favor is doing more than you. Don't go and do because of your classmates Anita is doing better than you, is doing TDB, and if sleep come, sleep. If you want to rest, if your eyes is closed as you're reading, sleep. Today I was reading and I was trying to like, no, this sleep, leave my eye. This, like, basically I know that I'm the kind of person that if I want to sleep and I'm still forcing myself to read, you see that particular line, if I'm reading page typing is the method, the procedure, blah blah, I will remain in that particular line. If I'm reading phages are viruses that infect bacteria, I will remain at that particular spot. Me, that sleep and that particular line in my notes will be battling. Please don't go and do TDB if you know you cannot do it. Get enough sleep. I always say start on time to read, because there's no how you will start on time to read and you'll be stressing yourself during exam period, you'll be stressing yourself during exam week, trying to like cover up everything at once. During that exam period, that's when you're supposed to just revise and go and sleep. That's what I told myself this period, and that's what I will be doing. You guys are going to watch my exam vlog, so relax. So like the next tip I'm going to be giving you guys is practice active recall. Like, if you finish reading or studying a particular course, after an hour, try and sit down and know if there's anything that you can actually recall. Try and sit down and know that if there's, for example, now I read hematology today, and I sat down. I was able to recall what hemolysis is, what hemolytic anemia is, the types of hemolysis, the type of hemolytic anemia. I was able to recall those things. Practice active recall. Is going to help you to know, okay, these are the things that I read and I understood, and these are the part that I cannot really remember, so I need to go back again and read it so that it can actually stick to my head. The next tip is create a study group. If that works for you, fine, create a study group, discuss with your study group, and it actually helps. Like, it actually helps. It doesn't work for me because I know myself. Once we are 3 or 4, once I want to say and we say we are reading, we might end up discussing. That's it. We might end up just gisting and everything. So it doesn't work for me. That's why I do not do it. But if it works for you, fine. Creating a study group is actually very, very helpful. The next tip I have here is reviewing past questions. If you're a Medlab student, should I use Medlab or should I just use, if you are a student in my school, there's one expo I'm going to give you. Past questions sometimes do come out. I can still remember my gross anatomy. Like, I read this course and I was not understanding anything. Like, I was just hearing the distance of the this, the anatomy of the this, the anatomy of the heart, the anatomy of the hey. Who is going to know all of that? Me? Like, I was literally not understanding anything. I just read. I told God, guy, help me, oh. Help me na that day. And surprisingly, I am not a fan of past questions. That day, I developed the interest of actually reading past questions before exam. That day, I saw one past question and I was like, okay, let me just go through it. I don't know, but let me just go through it. I don't know where this past question is from. Like, I think the past question is past question of 2019, I don't know. But I just said, okay, let me just go through this past question. And lo and behold, my brothers and sisters, I actually did not finish this past question. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did not finish this past question. But imagine if I finish this past question, because this past question, the past question was, the exam was just a photocopy, not like totally a photocopy, but like it was almost the same thing with the past question. Just imagine if I finish that particular past question. Past questions they actually sometimes repeat past questions. I got a C in that course, gross anatomy, because I studied that past question, because I didn't even study everything, and I was like, wow, God, you are good. That past question was, I think it's 2018 or 2019. I was like, God, you are good. And that was how I was able to pass my gross anatomy exam. So study past questions. If you're in primary school, if you're in secondary school, if you're about to write your JAM, if you're whatever university that you are in and you see past questions, do well to review those past questions. Past questions actually help. At least, even apart from the fact of them repeating those, let's say that they don't repeat those questions, but at least you're going to have an idea. These wicked people just took the light. They always do this whenever I'm about to shoot video. This, like, there'll be less is money, no. Relax, it's enough. Don't panic, don't shout. Even though that you do not review those, like, even though that they don't repeat those questions that you saw from your past, at least those past questions that you're reviewing is going to help you to know, okay, this is how they're going to ask questions. For example, now let's talk about my 300 level. My 300 level, they can ask you, what is hemolysis, what is hemolytic anemia. But from 400 level, if you go through some past questions, you begin to see that they're asking you questions in a clinical manner. If this person does not do this, what would you say that this person is suffering from? What would, like, I don't know, that's what I'm saying. A man did this, went to the hospital to test for this, and he did this. Yeah, at least that past question that you saw will actually give you an idea of this is how they're going to ask us questions this semester. This is how the question might appear. Because obviously university is not stable, they might change anything at any time, but at least you have an idea of, that past question can actually help you to go further. Let's say you just knew hemolysis as the natural destruction of red blood cells. You can actually begin to, like, okay, I just don't know only hemolysis, I know hemolytic anemia. I know that hemolytic anemia is a premature destruction of red blood cells. Now begin to, okay, I don't just know the definition of these two things, I actually know that they have types of hemolytic anemia, they have types of hemolysis. It will help you to begin to, like, go into that course and begin to understand better. I don't know whether you guys are understanding what I'm saying, but I just hope you guys are. But what I'm trying to say, that reviewing past questions can either help you because they repeat questions sometimes, not all the times, And also it can also help you to have an idea of the kind of questions that you should be expecting. Stay calm and focused. That's the last tip. Stay calm and focused. You see, tension can actually make you, like, even if no matter how prepared that you are, you can actually make it to fail an exam. If you're tense, you're tense. This tension stuff, like, it's destroyed when we did physiology practical. Our physiology practical is more like you're going to move into the lab. Then in the lab, there are going to be different tables. They're going to drop different items, and they're going to be telling you, once they ring the bell, you run to the next question. Once they ring the bell, I was tensed, and I knew things, but everything disappeared. My brain was blank. That is how bad tension can actually affect you. So stay calm, act like, be cool, move into the exam hall, pray. At first, you read, you prepare for this exam. Pray. God no dey disappoint. God can never disappoint you. Pray, move into your exam hall, stay calm, do not panic, write your exam, and I pray that God is going to grant you your heart desires and going to come out flying colors. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yeah, this is where we come to the end of the video. I hope these study tips are actually going to help someone out there. I hope it's going to help you, and I wish you all the best in your exams, and also wish myself all the best in my own exams, because I'm about to start writing the exam. I don't know if I'll be able to drop another video next week, but let's see how it goes. Baby girl is about to write exam, so you guys should pray for me in the comment section, and I will see you guys same time next week. Bye.